Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Quantum Ideas. So today I'll be explaining you some of the very important formula and concepts in DSAT math. So there are about 70 plus important formulae and concepts. So before starting, if you are new to this channel, please like, share and subscribe. So let's get started. So let's go. So first our topic is lines. Okay, so if you are given 2 points on the line that are 2 coordinates, then you can use this formula, very handy formula, to find the slope of that line. And there is another formula you can see here, that is if two lines are perpendicular, that is 90 degree to each other, then the product of their slope is equals to -1. And if two lines are parallel, that means their slopes are equal, that is m1 equals m2. Okay, so let's go to next part. So we can see here, okay, here you can see different form of lines. Okay, first form is slope intercept form. So if the equation of line is given like y equals 5x plus 2, so this will be called slope intercept form. From here you can see this 5 is the slope of the line and this 2 is y intercept. And another is point slope form. In this case you are given a equation in which this x1 and y1 is the point on the line, and this m is basically the slope of this line. Okay, this is the slope. So this is called point slope form. And there is standard form, so it is written like 5x plus 2y equals to 10. So this is called standard form of line. And there is called intercept form. For example, x over 2 plus y over 3 equals to 1. In this case, that a equals to 2, b equals to 3 are basically, these are x intercept. So a is basically x intercept of the line, and this b is actually y intercept. Okay, so let's move to next slide. Okay, you can see a system of lines. So here what we have to understand is that two lines will have no solution if they have the same slope. So that means if two lines will have same slope, that means they are parallel to each other, they will not meet, so there will be no point of intersection, that means they will have no solution. So if two lines have different slope, that means their slopes are not equal. In that case, the two lines will intersect and they will have one solution. Okay, so two lines will have infinitely many solutions if they overlap each other. So you can see here only one line, but there are two lines. Okay, they are overlapped to each other, that means they will intersect each other at infinite point, so they have infinitely many solutions. So let's go to next slide. So we are given here linear growth. Okay, so in a linear growth you can see y equals to mx plus c. Okay, this is our what equation of line, and here in linear growth m basically is the slope, we know that, and this slope will give us the linear factor. Okay, or this also gives the rate of linear growth. Okay, so this c that we called y intercept will give us the starting value of a function. Okay, so if the slope that is m is positive, then we call it as linear growth, because the slope is positive, means the value of y is increasing. So if m is negative, in this case the slope of the line is negative, in that case we call the function as linear decay. Okay, the function is decreasing down. Okay, so let's go to next. So we have next exponential growth. So in exponential growth we have y equals to cx to the power t, where c is actually starting value of the given function, and this x is called exponential factor, and this t is a time period. And if, okay, this x can be interpreted into two ways. So now let's interpret it. So when x is equals to 1 plus r%, so here we have added the rate percent, right? So we have plugged here x equals 1 plus r%. So in this case this will be called exponential growth. This will be the equation for exponential growth. So if we take x as 1 minus r%, in that case we will call the equation as exponential decay. Okay, so let's go to next one. So next one is function, one of the very important topic. So function that is f of x is actually, we denote it as y equals fx, and the function is said to be even function if fx equals f of minus x. That is, for example, if we have f of x equals to x square, then f of minus x will be equals to minus x square will be equals to x square. So this kind of function are called even functions. And odd functions, if f of x equals f minus f of x, that is like cubic function, that is f of x equals to x cube. If f of minus x is equals to minus x cube, will be equals to minus x cube, that is basically minus f of x. So this kind of function are called odd function. Okay, reflection about reflection about x-axis. So when a function is reflected about x-axis, then we have to replace y by minus y. So in the our function, for example, y equals to, let's say, 2x plus 3, we have to replace this y. Basically we have to multiply everything by negative. Okay, I think I have recently uploaded a video on this topic, so you can go and check out. Okay, so you can see it in the detail. So reflection about y-axis. So to reflect a function about y-axis, you have to replace the x by minus x. Reflection about the line y equals to x, in that case you can simply interchange x and y from the given function or given point or coordinates. Okay, so to move a graph to left by n unit, so simply you can add n unit. Since it is saying left, you have to add, if you said right, you have to add minus. Okay, so you have to be careful here. So f of x plus n, if the function was saying us to move a graph to right, then this will be like x minus n. Okay, so to shift a graph down by n unit, so to shift a graph by n unit, we have to subtract that unit. Okay, if the question was saying like shift up, then you have to add here. Okay, that will be no problem. Okay, so you got it right. Okay, so let's move to next one. Okay, we have quadratics, one of the very important topic. So we know that ax square plus bx plus c constitutes a quadratic equation where a is not equals 0, and the solution of this quadratic equation is this one, right? Okay, and okay, if you take positive, there you will get one value of x, let's say x1. If you take negative, you will get another value of x, that will be x2. So there will be two roots, right? And if you add those two roots, x1 plus x2, that will be sum of the root, that will be minus b over a, and the product of the root, that is x1 into x2, will be c by a. And if you want to find the axis of symmetry of the given quadratic equation or parabola, the formula is minus b over 2a. Okay, and in those equation, if the value of a is greater than 0, the parabola will open upward. Okay, if the value of a is less than 0, the parabola will open downward. Okay, so let's move to next part. So this again quadratics. Okay, let me explain it. So we know that we can see here the quantity inside that square root, this one, this is called discriminant, right? And this determines the nature of root, that is b square minus, okay, b square minus 4ac will determine the nature of roots of the quadratic equation. So let me explain here. So you can see nature of roots, if the discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, is greater than 0, then the quadratic equation will have two real roots. Okay, they will be distinct. And if b square minus 4ac will be less than 0, that means negative, that means the equation will have no real roots. And if b square minus 4ac will be 0, there will be what, two roots, and those will be equal, so in that case we have only one root. Okay, so another, we have three forms of parabola we can write. So first is standard form, that is fx equals ax square plus bx plus c, this is called standard form of parabola. And another is vertex form. So fx equals to a x minus h whole square plus k, where h comma k is the vertex of the parabola. Okay, and another is factor form, f of x equals a x minus x1 x minus x2. Okay, in this case x1 and x2 are basically their x-intercepts, okay, made by the parabola. So these are x-intercepts. So these three form are very important. So let's move to another one. Okay, rate. So in this rate we have to memorize this formula, dot formula, right? T equals RT. So basically what, distance equals to rate into time. Okay, and basically the unit of rate is basically d by t, right? So it is not always distance, there should be other quantity also. So you have to be very precise by in using this formula. Okay, So D could be quantity also, so Q equals to RT, any quantity. So you have to be alert. Okay, this formula is very handy. Okay, so another is average rate of change. If the question is saying average rate of change, so you have to basically find the slope from that given question. Okay, so and another formula is average speed. So average speed means total distance over total time. Okay, and if the question is saying at constant rate, that means things are happening right at the same rate, that is in the linear scenario, right? So in that case also the slope is equal, so you have to find out the way to find the slope and use it or equate it to find the solution. Okay, so another is percent. Okay, we will all know that percent. Okay, so percent formula is part by whole into 100%, we all know that. And one of the most important formula is percentage change, that is new value minus old value divided by old value into 100%. Okay, I forgot here. Okay, 100%. So that is NB minus OV over OV into 100%. And another formula for simple interest is amount is equals principal 1 plus rate into time. And another is compound interest. So here is principal 1 plus R over N power whole power and T. So T is time. So here only we have to understand what is N in the compound interest. So basically N is the number of times the interest is compounded either in the given time period. Okay, for example, if the interest is taken or compounded, let's say, okay, two times every 4 year, let's say every 4 year, question says. So in that case our N will be, so that is number of times, that is 2 times for every 4 years. So in that case our value of N will be 1/2. Okay, so let's move to our next one. So we have absolute value. Okay, absolute value. So first formula, if absolute value of x equals to b, then this x could be positive or this could be negative, right? Since absolute value is always positive, but this x could be positive or negative. So if absolute value of x equals to b, then x equals to b or x equals to minus b. And another is our inequality, you can check out. If that is, sorry, mod of x plus y is always less or equals to mod of x plus mod of y. And if mod of x is less than b, then you can expand this as minus b is less than x is less than b. So if you are given this inequality like a is less than x is less than b, so we have to rewrite this in term of absolute value sign. Then what we do is that we put first absolute value sign. Okay, then we put here x and then press then place x and minus x minus, then we find the midpoint of these two end, that is a plus b over 2, and that then plug this sign here, mine less or less than sign. If there was less or equals to, you can plug it less or equals to also, less than distance of a or b from a plus b by 2. So then you have to find the distance of this point a from a plus b by 2. Simply you have to subtract these two and then you can just take the absolute value of that from the question. Okay, you can do like that. Okay, I think we should move to next one. So next we have statistics and probability. Okay, we know that mean is basically average value. It is the sum of the data over total number of data. We know that median gives the medial data, right? And mode is the most repeated data. Range gives the maximum data point minus minimum data point. Standard deviation is basically spread of data from the mean. So for the sample to represent entire population, it should be as large as possible. It should be random. So the main characteristic of sample to represent entire population that is that it should be large and it should be random. And another formula for estimation, that estimate is sample proportion into population. Okay, so by using this estimate you can estimate the votes, right? You can estimate many things by using the estimate. Means basically what, we're just taking the sample from this big population, small sample, and then estimating the result for the whole population. Okay, and one of the important point is outliers. Actually outliers are basically, they are the extreme valued data points. For example, We have data points, let's say 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, okay, let's say 20. Okay, you can see here these data points are very close to each other, but 2 and 20 are extreme, right? This is very low compared to this, and this is very high compared to this. So this, in this case, 2 and 20 are actually outliers. Okay, and we all know probability is basically target by total, that is favorable cases by total number of cases, right? So let's move to next one. So we have trigonometry. It's quite very basic. So we have to understand complementary rule, that is sine 90 degree minus x is equals to cos x, cos 90 degree minus x is equals to sin x. This is very handy formula. So we all know that Pythagoras theorem, that is square of hypotenuse is equals to square of perpendicular plus square of base. So h square equals p square plus b square. And formula for sin x is perpendicular over hypotenuse, cos x is what base over hypotenuse, and tan x is equals to perpendicular over base. It's very easy to memorize also. So sin is p by h, right? This is b by h is cos. So if we divide p by h by p by b, b by h, okay, b by h, you will get p by b, that is tan x. Very easy, right? So sin x, cos x, tan x. Okay, so and another point to noted is that a special right angle triangle will be given in the reference sheet, which I'll be explaining in the last part of the video. Okay, so now we have angles and triangles. Okay, the sum of angle of sum of all angles of triangle is equals to 180 degree. We know that. So exterior angle property. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, let me draw the figure first. So if this is angle x, this is angle y, this is angle z, that means x plus y plus z will be 180 degree, no problem. Next is exterior angle is equal to sum of angle of two opposite interior angles. So let me draw the figure. So you can see here, so this is angle, let's say x, this is y, and this is z. So this z is exterior angle, z equals to sum of not this angle but opposite to this are these two x and y. So exterior angle equal to sum of two opposite interior angle, that is x plus y. Okay, this is called exterior angle property. And the sum of all angles of a regular hexagon is 180 degree and minus 2, where n is the number of sides. Okay, you have to understand that. Okay, and there is something called similar triangle. So similar triangles have same set of proportional side length and equal angle. That means, let's say, let me draw a simple similar triangle. So this one and let's say this one. Okay, so first of all, you have to understand angle will be same. Similar triangle will have same angle, no problem. So this is x, this is also x, this is y, this is also y, this is z, this is also z, no problem. But their length will not be equal. Okay, if their length will not be equal but are in proportion. Let's say if this is 2, for example, this will be 4. For example, this is 2 times. Since this is 2 times, you can determine other side easily. If it given 3 and let's say this is 5, then automatically this becomes double. This is 6 and this becomes 5. 2 times is 10. Okay, these sort of triangles are called similar triangles. So let's move to next one. So we have angle. Okay, we have area formula here. So area of the right triangle is half base into height. So this is the base of the right triangle and this is the height. So half base into height. If you are given equilateral triangle, that means all sides are equal. They have equal side length a. In that case, the area of equilateral triangle is root under 3 over 4 times a square. Okay, so next one is circle, one of the very important. So in circle you have to understand these ratios. Okay, the ratio of arc length divided over the circumference is equals to central angle divided by 360 degree is equals to area of sector by area of circle. This ratio will be very important in solving the circle problem. So arc length. So arc length formula is basically 2 pi r. R is the radius of the circle times theta by 360 degree. This theta is, you can see here, this theta is central angle. Okay, this theta is central angle. And area of the sector is this, actually this you can see here, piece of a, okay, let me erase little bit and let me show you. Okay, so basically you can see here this piece, right? This piece is called sector, like a pizza piece. So the area of this sector is equals to pi r square is the area of circle times theta is this central angle, this one, by 360 degree. Okay, and standard equation of a circle, we know that if the center of the circle lies at C h comma k, then the equation of circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equals to r square, where c h k is the center of the circle. This is very important, right? And if the center is at origin, let's say C, in that case center is at origin, means C 0 0 will be the center. In that case h will be 0, k will be 0, and the formula will be x square plus y square will be r square. Simple. Okay, so let's move to next one. So we have a volume and other formula. Okay, so in both a digital and paper format of the set, you can see the reference sheet. Okay, reference sheet provided. So these are the formula already provided in your formula sheet. Okay, so you can watch this while giving the exam. So these are already there, so it will make your exam easier. So let's see what are given. The area of circle, circumference of the circle, area of the rectangle, area of the right angle triangle, Pythagoras theorem, special right angles triangle. Okay, special right angle triangle, there are two types of special right angle triangles given. So volume of a cuboid or rectangular prism. So this is the volume of cylinder, volume of sphere, volume of cone, and volume of a pyramid. Okay, and this is the, okay, I think rectangular base pyramid is given. The number of degrees of arc in a circle is 360 degree. The number of radian of arc in the circle is 2 pi. The sum of measuring degree of angle of triangle is 180 degree. So these are already provided, so you don't have to be worried about the formula provided in this reference sheet. Okay, so this was for today, guys, and I make this video in the new setup, so a little bit hard for me. So if I did any mistakes while explaining the things, so you can comment down below, so that I will pin it, discuss it, and so that it will help to other. So thank you for watching. If you like this video and if you want to make me made this kind of video, so please like, share, and subscribe. So thank you, see you, bye bye.